Hello everybody and welcome to your next tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to be I said we were gonna work on screen transitions, but uh, for me to describe the stuff to do the stuff that we want to do with screen transitions, we first have to uh, create the main content and stuff first. So what we want to do, firstly before anything, if we go to the Screen Manager class, in the last tutorials I made this an ampersand, make this make it an asterisk, make it a pointer because display is indeed a pointer. So make sure you do that, and do that for the game screen class as well. Okay, and don't forget to change in the CPP file and everything. So what we need to do is, this should be routine to you. You guys should already know how to set up everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to include the Screen Manager class, and we're just going to initialize everything. So we'll say that if not al underscore init, should we do al show native message box? Is that right? Oh no, we didn't even include it. So in our, what we want to do, we don't want to have to include a lot of things right here. Since we're going to be including the Screen Manager class, then we will just include it in the Screen Manager class, and you could have a global class or anything, whatever, if you want to, but I'll just put everything here. So I'll say Allegro or Nits or whatever. So we just initialize Allegro 5, so we get a regular Allegro. We get the native dialog, and that's what we'll include for now. So show native message box, and well, we didn't even create a display yet. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to set it to null anyways. But for this, yeah, we'll set it to null. For title, I'll put error, heading, error, and for the text, I'll say cannot. I'll put it on new line. Cannot initialize Allegro, and null and null. And then after that, if that passes through, and we should, if there's an error, we'll just return -1. So therefore it won't try and execute the rest of the program. So then we'll have display, or we could have else if, no, whatever. Okay, so display is equal to al create display, and we'll have a screen width, and we'll have screen height. And for now, we're just gonna define the screen width and screen height as defined in the Screen Manager class, but we might have it a different way later. But for now, we're just going to have them as defined for now, for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, so we have our screen width and our screen height. So we say if not display, then we'll just copy this, and we'll say cannot create display. Okay, so then if we create the display, now what we need to do is we need to set up the timer, and we'll just say timer, or yeah, and we need to set up, and we need to create an event queue. Allegro event queue, and we'll call this event queue. And again, if you don't know this, then just watch the Allegro 5 tutorial series. So what we're going to be doing is we'll just put it up here, displayed up here for now, and we'll move it around when we need to, but for now we're just doing it for the sake of this tutorial. So constant float FPS is equal to 60. So we're doing 60 frames per second. So when you create the timer, we say it's equal to al create timer and 1 divided by, or 1.0 divided by FPS. Okay, and then we do al create event q. Okay, and nothing goes on parameters. Okay, so we also need to, we'll initialize all our add-ons. So we'll say we need to include more things to the screen manager now. So we need to have our images we also need to have the audio and the A codec. What else do we need? We need the font, and we need the TTF, and that's how we'll initialize for now. If we need anything else, we'll do it after. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say init image add-on al init audio add-on, I believe it is. Nope. A codec. We need to initialize the keyboard. al install keyboard, sorry, install keyboard. We also need to install the mouse, and I'm pretty sure I missed some, but for now those stuff don't really matter that much. So we're going to have a boolean variable called done. We set to false, and right now we'll start the timer and put the timer in there. And then this is our game loop while not done. Okay, so at the start of our game loop, we need to create an event, and we'll name it EV, or yeah, we'll just name it EV this time. And we need to say al wait for event, al wait for event, and our q is our event q, and for our we put in our ampersand ev in there. Okay, so now we have started that, and we have our event queue ready, and all we need to do is destroy certain stuff. So destroy display. So we destroy our display. Al destroy timer. Put in our timer in there. Al destroy event queue. And put in our queue in there. And that's all we're going to destroy for now. So what we didn't do is that we didn't register the event sources. So register event source, and we put in our queue, and we say al get keyboard event source. And let's copy this for the sake of time. So we need our timer, and our timer goes in there, and we need our there's one more we need our display event source. I believe display goes in there. Yeah, it does. Okay, and I know you can't see half of what I wrote, but that's just the display that we created. Okay, so we register our event source, And one more thing that we're going to need, because in the next tutorial we're going to be making an input manager. So one more thing we're going to need is we're going to need a key state. Actually, yeah, for now we'll create a keyboard state here, but depending on how I'm going to do in the next tutorial, we might remove this. But in the updates, we'll just say al get keyboard state, and we'll put our key state in there. Most likely we're going to remove this, but for now we're just going to keep it in there. So now this is just a typical thing that you guys all should know, how to set up and initialize stuff with Allegro 5, but I had to do it to walk you guys through it to make this tutorial series complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and bye.